Ask the Muscle Whisperer.
Congratulations, everybody, for opening up your clinics, your practices, your treatment rooms. It's been a busy few days for everyone in our industry, and it's very exciting that we're able to get out and actually help our clients with our hands-on sessions. So this month's question from Massage Warehouse is all about how we handle no-shows and cancellations. So what are my recommendations for therapists who may be experiencing this unavoidably with the rise in COVID, with no-shows, cancellations, as we all return back to work? So when I saw this question, the first thing that came to my mind is that I am presuming those of you that have a professional practice, a professional clinic, who haven't been able to see clients face to face, have still maintained good relationships with your clients. So whether that's been running Zoom sessions for them, whether that's been educating them through newsletters, whether that's been simply holding space for the clients that have really needed it. Maybe their stress levels are just really high and they just really, really needed that support. That is great, because that shows a respect of the client and the facilitator and the operator, I should say. And in that kind of situation, I think it's if you have a no-show or a cancellation very last minute, then in that situation, I would say we can be flexible, because those clients may have a very good reason for why they didn't show or why they had to cancel last minute. So that's the first thing I wanted to say, is that it's always important to develop good relationships with our clients, maintain the relationships, and we then naturally have that respect for each other and each other's time. Now, if that isn't the case, if it's new clients, or you're seeing that even regular clients are in a bit of panic mode, then it's important that you have boundaries and that you do minimize the effect that this is going to have on your cash flow and also on your profit. I mean, you can't operate professionally if you're having a high percentage of no-shows and cancellations. So some of the good practices that you can do. Firstly, the obvious one is to send out a reminder. So send out a reminder the day before, I would say a few days before, 2 or 3 days before, with the booking of the treatment, it's a confirmation. And then also the day before the treatment as well. So it's in advance, and that they've been reminded, because it may be that they're just running around like a headless chicken and they just didn't write it in their diary, or maybe they wrote it on the wrong day. With so much going on at the moment, people generally have a lot on their minds, so bear that in mind. The other technique that is definitely useful to integrate into your practice is to introduce financial penalties. So you can do this in 2 ways. Either you can take the client's credit card details when they book, and you can make sure they're fully aware of your policy, that you will either take full payment if it's a no-show or a cancellation within 24 hours, or 50%. I think you have to think that through and think what your policy is and what you feel comfortable with. the other way that you can do that is also to simply have it as a policy, so that the client is aware, that they can't really, they can't mess you about, they can't be wishy-washy. Once they've made a commitment for that appointment, it's in the diary, it's scheduled, and you do have a professional policy in place. So that's something you may not have at the moment, but it's definitely something you should have. And certainly COVID is a good reason to implement that. That's the way that you can actually introduce the policy if it's new for you. So that's my point. So develop good relationships. That way, you get to know each other, and there's a natural respect there. And then if you feel you need to have some systems in place, then definitely sending out the reminder texts, and also having a financial penalty in place is going to be really important. And just in a nutshell, if you are seeing an increase in cancellations and no-shows, then it's not a bad idea to have a look at your systems, and your processes. And also it's not a bad idea to actually have a look at your client base and also your audience. If you are attracting people that feel very comfortable to not show up or cancel at the last minute, then you might want to consider the way that you're also marketing your practice, so that doesn't happen in the future. Okay, guys, so have a great month, and I'll see you next month.